How to get the most out of your one-on-one meetings with your manager. Welcome back, guys. This is Victoria from PsychHunt. In this video, we're going to talk about one-on-one meetings again, and more specifically, how to get the most out of your one-on-one meetings with your boss. So let's say that you've learned how important one-on-one meetings are, but do you actually know what to talk about during these meetings? Even though the final responsibility for these meetings falls on your manager, still you have to do a lot of things, and you can do a lot of things in order to improve your one-on-ones. So with the right efforts and preparation, you can significantly improve the quality of your one-on-one meetings so that it's not a pure waste of time. That's why in this video, I'm going to tell you the 3 main tips in order to have a successful one-on-one meeting with your boss. But before we move to the main tips, if you find any value from this video, make sure to like it and subscribe to our channel to receive even more interesting content. The very first step in order to have a successful one-on-one meeting with your manager is to set an agenda. So trust me, it will save you a lot of time and energy to set your agenda in advance, and in the same time you'll make sure not to forget anything. So you can write down the things as they come to your mind, all the topics, and for example you can focus on such topics like what are your career goals? What are your career aspirations? How do you see yourself growing within this company? How do you think you can improve the performance of the team and make it work better? Like, are you going through some challenges or some issues in your work, and maybe you need assistance and help from your manager? So all these kind of things are the perfect place for the one-on-one meeting. In the same time, this is a space for you to share some personal matters that are happening in your life for the moment. So maybe you're facing some stressful situation in your family. Maybe somebody is sick. Maybe your kids are starting to go to school, so you need more flexibility. You want to work some days remotely. So all these kind of maybe more personal matters, you can definitely share them with your manager. If you're unsure what topics you'd like to discuss, there are many free templates online that you can use. Actually, they cover many topics and questions that you can ask your manager. So I'm going to link some of these online templates in the description below, and I'm sure you'll find them useful. And if you're not sure why you actually need to have these one-on-one meetings with your manager, I've prepared a special video for you about why you actually need these one-on-one meetings. I'm going to link it in the description, and make sure to check it out. And the second tip to get the most out of your one-on-ones with your manager is to share what's been most motivating and most draining for you. So in most cases, the managers would like to know what they should do in order to help you do your best. So in that regard, you can share what has been driving you to do your job well. For example, this can be what was your favorite project maybe in the recent times, what were the most interesting tasks that you did in the last time, also what was the person you enjoyed working with. So all these kind of motivating factors that somehow were driving you to wake up in the morning and start doing your job. On the other hand, even though it's quite tough, you need to share the critique for the company and your personal concerns and things that you think should be improved. For example, maybe somebody was interrupting you during the meeting, or you don't like how the meetings work. So this is the space to share this with your manager. Maybe you don't like certain procedure, but you still need to follow it, and you have a better idea how things should work. So you can also share it with your manager. And all these kind of, let's say, things that are kind of not motivating you, let's say, to do your job, and you think that they should improve. So even though it's kind of tricky to give this negative feedback, still, if you want your work environment to be better, then definitely it's gonna be worth to share it. And the third tip to get the most out of your one-on-one meeting with your manager is to be curious to ask questions. So in case your manager comes unprepared with questions for you, I would suggest you to prepare, let's say, 3 to 4 questions to ask him or her. So for example, this tip is especially useful if you are going to resolve some issue, if you're facing some problem, or if you need feedback or suggestion for some some strategy or approach you're using. For example, you can ask your manager, I'm thinking about this strategy, and you can ask him, how would you approach this? Or, so this is my potential solution, so what's your feedback about it? Or maybe you can ask him or her, what are your challenges in working as a manager? So how can I be helpful in this? So of course we cannot forget that still, even though the managers are responsible for coordinating people, but still they're humans and they're facing like troubles in their own job. Also, it's a good idea that you don't just throw out many questions to the manager without giving any potential thoughts about it. So when you're asking the questions, make sure that you give your initial solutions, even though they might not be like the final solutions to the issues, but still it shows to your manager that you already thought about these things and you're not just relying on your manager to fix your tasks and to fix your life basically. And my bonus tip for you, which is also super important for your one-on-one meetings, is to don't forget to write down action items. So this is quite important because when you're going to start your next one-on-one meeting, you can use all these kind of notes as a backup, let's say, and to start your one-on-one meetings. In the same time, it will really help you to have a structure and to kind of even help you structure your agenda in the same time. And thank you very much guys for watching this video to the very end. I really appreciate it. And my question for you today is, did you give negative feedback to your manager in your last one-on-one meeting?